Hey there, groovy human, and welcome to another Roots of Peace yoga practice. I'm Chelsea. This is Luna, who I force into my videos to make me look good. And we're here today, oh, there you go. We're here today to start out your 20-minute super chill practice. This practice is perfect if you're just going to bed, so you need to zen out before you go to sleep so that you can have some good sleep. It's also really great first thing in the morning. I've done it both ways. You can even practice most of this in your bed. If you're just getting up, you can throw the covers off and make some space and then tap on into the practice. What you'll need today is your mat, unless you're in bed like I said, and a bolster and a furry companion if you have one. But mat and a bolster, this is 20 minutes, so it's perfect if you just need a quick little something in the morning, or like I said, if you're trying to wind down before you go to sleep. So grab what you need to grab and we'll get started. We're going to start on our backs today in Shavasana. If Luna gives me a little bit of room, we'll see what happens. So you can land back on your mat, or if you're still in bed, that's totally fine. Once you're in corpse pose, I want you to start with 3 deep belly breaths. Just taking it all in, getting into the body. Maybe you're working out the sleepies, or maybe you're trying to channel the sleepies. Either way, 3 deep breaths. As you inhale next, reach the arms up and overhead. We're going to take Banana Asana, so the limbs are going slightly to the right. And it's just like it sounds, you're just making your body into the shape of a banana or a smiley face. I've heard this be called smiley face pose before, which is so cute. So right now you're trying to breathe into the left side, lifting up the ribs. You're stretching out all that fascia, moving things along. And if you wish, you can cross your left leg over your right leg just for a modification. It just differentiates things up a little bit, changes things up. So you can uncross if your legs are crossed, come back to center, and then send the limbs off to the left. So switching sides, right side body's getting a nice big opening here, and all your limbs are grounded. So arms and legs are still on the ground. This is really subtle, and we're just opening up the side body. And again, if you wish, you can cross the right leg over the left one. And taking 2 more breaths here. Uncross your legs, come back to center. And from here, you can return your hands towards your hips and then bring the soles of the feet together for reclining butterfly. So this practice is oh so gentle. So like I said in the intro, it's perfect for before you go to bed. Sometimes I do this. Or in the morning when you're first waking up, you can actually do it in bed. So soles of the feet together, the legs are going nice and wide for reclining butterfly. And you're just dropping into the breath. We're going to do a little bit of breath work here, so you can close your eyes. You're going to inhale to fill out the belly, the ribs, the lungs. Exhale to release the lungs, the ribs, the belly. So you're kind of breathing in a wave. Inhale, belly, ribs, lungs. Exhale, release the lungs, the ribs, the belly. Breathe in to fill up the belly, the ribs, lungs. Let go, lungs, ribs, belly. One more time, breathe in, belly, ribs, lungs. Breathe out, lungs, ribs, belly. And come back to your normal breath cycle for a few rounds. Just taking a few moments to feel that stillness. And if you're just waking up, maybe you need to yawn and move around a little bit. But if you're getting ready for bed, really trying to find that quiet, that peace. You can slowly plant your feet so they're mat width apart. We're going to move to some very slow windshield wiper knees, like as slow as you can go. So inhale to drop right, Exhale, bring it back to center. Breathing in to head to the left. Breathing out to move back to center. Staying with the breath as you go. Again, nice and easy with these. Before you're going to bed, you want to slow things down. And when you're first waking up in the morning, it's good to keep things kind of calm and quiet for a little bit. That's the vibe that usually goes with the morning, unless you like have to head off to work and then you're like, oh God, like I just have to go and get my coffee and pray. But for now, on your mat with your practice nice and easy. We're going to take one more on each side. And these can be little. They don't have to go all the way to the floor. Sometimes first thing in the morning, we're not quite as flexible as we would like to be. You can bring the feet back so they're hip width apart. Plant them nice and firm. Get your arms in position and then inhale to lift those hips for bridge. Doesn't have to be a big bridge. You can drop the hips a little bit if you need to. And you're holding here for 2 more breaths. As you exhale, roll down real slow through the spine. Once you're grounded, oh, there's something tickling my face. Once you're grounded, inhale to come up to happy baby. So send the feet nice and high. Your hands can go to the outsides of your feet or to your ankles or shins or the backs of your knees. Modify depending on where you're at with your day. And you can always bring your toes together. Sometimes I like to do this before bed because it's just a little gentler. And you can rock that baby. If you're practicing in bed, it'll feel much different than when you're on your mat. It's much squishier. Well, I hope it's squishier. You should have a softer mattress than the floor. But just taking things nice and easy. And here for 2 more breaths. As you exhale, you can drop the knees into the chest and take a few more side-to-side rocks. Come back to center. You're going to leave your right knee into the chest and take the left leg long. And then you're just gently squeezing that leg into the chest. You should feel this in your quad, maybe down in your hip. Both feet are slightly flexed. And now you're going to drag the right knee over to the left side of the body and right arm's teeing out to the side for supine spinal twist. Twists are great in the morning. They can help get your digestion moving, especially if you have sluggish digestion. It's just good to kind of squeeze things out that have been sitting while you're sleeping. You can roll back to center. Now take the right leg long, tuck the left leg, and gently pull into the chest. Again, coming into your breath. It's a really good practice to start with your breath work first thing in the morning. A lot of times we wake up and we're just busy, and so we don't think like, oh, I should start with some like nice slow deep breaths to kind of set the vibe for my day. And same thing with at night. Like sometimes we're watching our screens and like blue light is really bad for your sleep cycle. So we try to do like no screen time, like an hour before bed. You can drag that left leg over to the right side with the right hand, tee the left arm out to the side, gazes up at the ceiling or towards that left hand, whichever you prefer. But so yeah, if you're trying to go to bed and you're on your phone, maybe you're on social media, like it kind of stresses you out even if you don't think it does. So it's good to practice those slow breaths before you go to bed as well. 2 more here. You can roll back to center, bring the knees back into the chest, and we're just going to do some tailbone circles is what I call them. So you're just circling the pelvis, moving the tailbone and the pelvis in a circle. And this is another good way to get into your body, to get out of your head and access what's going on down below. We spend so much time up here, and from the neck down, like we kind of don't stay in there as much as we should. You can take your circles the other direction. Again, just teeny circles with the hips. This also feels really good if you have a sore low back. It's just good to push it down into the mat. Bring your knees back into the chest. you're gonna take some really gentle rock and rolls. And if it's morning and you need some extra fire, like you can make these nice and big. Otherwise, a few more and then you can come to a comfortable seat. So crisscross applesauce, or if you need to take butterfly pose, either or is good.